What's guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 17th episode of To Your Eternity. This one's titled The Defeated, which I think is very much referring to Fushi right now. We are the defeated, because we finally lost in the tournament, and of course in the finals it was Hayase that we had to end up fight, which was always going to be tough, just because Hayase is a skilled fighter. And we really only had one super combat capable form in Parana that we just recently defeated, which may have worked out. We might have been able to win that fight if it wasn't for two things. One, Hayase very, very cleverly got under Fushi's skin and really just made him give in to the raw emotion that he was feeling. And when people fight with raw emotion like that, they don't think things through, and therefore they become easier to deal with in a fight. So it's like she basically won the fight from that point on anyway, because he had no real hope of defeating her unless he was thinking logically and was really careful about how he attacked and stuff like that. He didn't really have the forms for it either. Like I said, Parana is the only real form that I think could have contested against Hayase. The bear's too big and cumbersome. The wolf is just a wolf. It's not that big a deal, really. The mole's obviously useless. The rock's useless. March is useless. And Gugu, he has one gimmick and she could shut that down. Gugu is a very physically strong character, but has no combat skill, essentially. His one reliance really is, well, in the OP it was spear throwing, I think, was the one thing he's shown doing, as well as breathing the fire, but I don't think that would necessarily work against Hayase. I think she'd be able to read it too easily. So, if that wasn't enough, and he was never going to win, to make sure he lost, she had the drug. What was it called? I forget the name of it, but they mentioned it in the episode earlier as well, because whenever he recreates the food from, where was it they were at? Is it Janada? Was that the place, or is that the current island we're on? I can't remember where we are anymore. Yanome is where they were going. Okay, so yeah, from Yanome, when he creates the food from there, particularly the meat skewers and stuff, it's still got the it's morning shade or something, whatever the drug is that knocks people out. Which I saw someone interesting point out that he, despite knocking them out, Tsunari kind of woke up relatively quickly from it, which was kind of interesting. So I don't know if that's just a resistance she has, or if it was just a case of, oh, she just happened to wake up because plot. I don't know. I guess we'll see what ends up happening with that. I feel like that's just something they might use. It's oh, now she has some natural resistance or something to morning shade or night shade or whatever the hell it's called. Because almost certainly she's going to die. Let's be real. This show, unfortunately, this happens a lot with shows that kill off characters. It becomes very predictable to the point where it's you expect characters to die, and you're not shocked anymore by it, which I think is a mistake. To quote an example, a very obscure example, but Ruby, spoilers for Ruby Season 3 onwards, if you've not seen that show, the death of Pyrrha and losing Yang's arm and stuff like that came as a real shock, because it was holy shit, the show wants to go there. And then they kind of just let that sit for a long while before they really did anything else huge with character deaths and stuff. And then they do some every now and then. Also, was that when Torchwick was eaten? Torchwick was eaten that same season, wasn't it? So it was boom, massive shock factor to the end of the season, and then you have a season or two just to be holy shit, this show wants to go that way. But you still keep all your other characters in dangerous situations to the point where you're oh my god, are they going to do it again with another team member? And they'll tease it, but they won't actually do it because they want you to think they might do it, but then just leave you in constant suspense. This show does not leave you in constant suspense about the fate of a character. At least to me it hasn't, because I expected Gugu to die, I'm expecting her to die, I'm expecting the whole group to die, I'm expecting Hayase to probably die as well, and it might be a form that he takes because she's had such an emotional impact on him, but a form he doesn't want to remember. And that might be interesting because he's struggled to remember March in getting her form back after the Battle of Knockers. What if he's got a form that he doesn't want anything to do with? Because it's just the people he's like really cared for and associated with that he's taken the forms of thus far. But what if he takes on her form and he doesn't want it? Like, how will that play on his mind? Because not all memories that you have are ones that you want to necessarily keep, but they stick with you regardless. So I'm curious to see if they want to play on that aspect of the character. I think that would be the best thing they can do with Hayase after whatever she does here in this arc, because eventually she will die. I don't think she's going to be like a super, super long-term antagonist. That's what the knockers are for, right? But I assume she'll die at some point, and then maybe they can have that like development for Fushi, having a form that he doesn't want to remember, but he might have to rely on at times because it's his only option. That'd be kind of an interesting little story thread to follow. Anyway, Hayase is now the leader of the island. Let's see how bad it gets, I guess. So as per usual, these are time-based formats here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture and picture, you can go to my Patreon down description below. £4 a month gets you access to all Patreon access I do on the channel, which is everything from the current season lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Symphogear, and Long Horizon. We'll be doing Symphogear a little later today. No logos or anything to start this episode, obviously. When I do time-based format, obviously, I'll count you down 3, 2, 1, play. Then I'll play Isai episode, and we should be in sync. This one's on Crunchyroll, as per usual, since they licensed the series. I think we have the usual recap into OP format that this show has always done. I think we're going to be doing that still. You can use the screen flash on my face, the mic, or this by my headset to tell where the scenes are transitioning. That should be synced up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Yep, celebrating the victory. Mm-hmm. Also, it was Hayase that forced her to get him on the boat in the first place. Hmm. Well, that didn't work out, did it? Hmm. Yeah. Oof. You're the purpose. I love how creepy they made Hayase in that last episode as well. It was very nicely done. Just like the dead look, the scars. Yeah, gave into emotion. Yep, shut down. There's the drug. Yeah, bit of a longer recap this time, but still don't know what's happening with Puran yet, do we? Well, we went to see her and promised her we would try and get her out, but not likely to happen right now. Still don't know who that is either, really. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Hmm. Mm-hmm. The defeated. My Fushi? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Oh, she's spinning this story so much. She's spinning so much here. Try and claim ownership of him. Yeah. Why is the audio so low? I get that she's like talking from a long way away, but still. Yeah. Yeah. Which is not what he wants. He wants to be able to have the. He wants to have the strength to be able to do it himself. She's good at spinning this. Sure. Hmm. She's won them over. Mm. She literally just said she's from Yaname, but whatever. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh shit, she's just gonna. Oh shit. Wow. Okay, this is getting messy again. Yep. Yep. Just a mess every single time. Uh huh. I mean, Tanky, she can deliver on that if she can control Fushi, but Jesus, the Holy Island, huh? What a mess. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shit, we're back home? Guess this is in his headspace dream. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, hello. Creepy, again. Oh, yep, yep. They're keeping her creepiness up. Very creepy. There's no one there. Yeah. Oh boy, yep. Oh boy, yep, they're going this way. Okay. Very creepy. Uh huh. Are you looking for him? Oh, he's awake? So wait, was she not there or was she there? Oh, she's still there. Interrupted, okay. Okay. You got defeated by an owl. You're. Come on, dude. Completely unnecessary to jump over him. You could have just walked around it, but whatever. No. She's taking him somewhere. Where's she hiding him? Or is she just on the run? Hidden him somewhere. The sanctuary. Hmm. Oh. Don't think that's true, but yeah, yeah. Our fortune, huh? You might as well just kill him because it's just a problem. Why? Why would she? As soon as she became obsessed 5 years ago. Yeah, no. Should really just kill him anyway, but no shit. Well then. Nice shot, but it did look like a grazing blow, actually. Because the arrow didn't stick, did it? It was only a small cut, I think. You can't win this fight. Whoa. Whoa. Will you, though? What? What? Since when was he able to do this? Wow. Since when was he able to do that? Huh. Interesting. What? Why would you try and bargain with this woman? Why? It's because he can't kill her, and she should know that by trying to bargain, you. Yeah, sure, she will. Mm-hmm. Okay. A lot of people want to go. 700. It's quite a lot of people on the boat. And the children, yeah. Yeah, people are angry. There's a lot of the same people in the same cycle there. That was rough. Mm-hmm. You're also splitting up families by make. uh, mm, Splitting up families like this is rough. Certain people she's allowing. I don't believe this is actually going to work, though. There's no way she's just allowed to leave. Hey, here I am. Possibly. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. What a surprise. Like, did you really think you could reason with her? Yeah. Yeah. Where are we going to end up? Where the hell are we? Is this a well? Yep, this is a well. Oh, just dump him in the well, okay. That's a long drop. She's already awake. Just the kids, okay. Again, yeah, they're building up Tanari to have, like, this resistance, yeah. I don't know why she has this resistance, but she has this resistance. And this is probably going to be the only way that... To do what? I mean, at least they're on the boat, I suppose, but... Say shush, as if all this machinery is not very loud. Yep, you're dead. Oh, shit, the owl's alive. Okay. I don't know how, but... Okay. I mean, I didn't think it was dead just because it looked like a glancing blow, but still. There should still be like a mark. I mean, it's not been long, but... Off she goes. Skyfish Captain? Mm-hmm. There are many things he won't accept, but... Well, I don't know how much of a future you have. And that's ED time. That was a weird episode. I don't know why Fushi tried to reason with someone that he wants to kill so badly. It's because he can't bring himself to kill her. He doesn't want to kill. And like I said, I think Hayase knew that in that moment. As soon as he made a deal, she knew she had control over him anyway. Because realistically, Fushi should have just run the blade through her right then and there. She would never have known. It would have been over. But because he went that approach to try and bargain with her, she knew she'd won already. Owl Ex Machina as well this episode. But yeah, I didn't think that owl was dead. If they really wanted to kill that owl, they would have left the arrow in it instead of just going Fwum, and just having like a small cut there. I mean, you should still have been able to see the cut there because that would not have healed that quickly, but still. Anyway. Gonna skip the previews as usual, just because they can be spoilerish. So yeah. Interesting episode. Honestly, Hayase's been my favourite part of this arc, just because they've made her creepy and they've made her a good villain. Honestly, like, she's a very good villain for this arc. And I like the way they've portrayed her. I like the job that the VA's done. Mitsuki Saiga, who I've not seen in anything else recently. She was in Kakurui. She's in Attack on Titan. I've not watched Attack on Titan yet. I'll probably watch it at some point. But have I ever listened to your voice anywhere else? Oh, you're the tiger. You're the tiger from Monogatari Season 2? Yeah, Season 2. Interesting. But otherwise, yeah, not many VA roles there. Yeah, it was a weird episode, though, just in the way... Animation wasn't exactly fantastic. There was a lot of, like, zoomed out shots, and, like, low-res models being used for a lot of the scenes. A lot of static stuff. Just kind of interesting to see. Yeah, still, like I said, Hayase is the highlight just because she's such a good villain for this. And unfortunately, Fushi just doesn't know how to deal with someone like that. Can't bring himself to kill, which would be the quickest solution to all this, but he can't bring himself to do it. Which is understandable. Despite having that conviction in the moment, it's mellowed out again, and he's just trying to, like, appease everybody again. But he's not selfish enough, I think, is the problem right now. He needs to be more selfish for his own best interests, rather than worrying exactly what happens to everyone else. Because so many people are worried about what's going to happen to him, but he's not worried about what's going to happen to him so much right now. I think that's part of the problem right now that he needs to overcome. Tonari coming back... Again, we've got her isolated, so it seems likely that... Well, actually, I'm now going to be slightly confused, because in the OP, obviously, we had the Knockers, like, very signature, like, veiny, root-like appearance, and we saw some of Tonari's group being afflicted in that way, but they're off on the boat. So unless they're going to come back to the island as well, which seems likely, I would not expect... I'd fully expect them to come back to the island as well as soon as they realise. Yeah. Unless they come back, I don't see how the Knockers are going to be involved there, but I'm assuming the Knockers will be involved at some point in the finale of this story. It seems likely. They're always involved. But I just don't see a way we're going to deal with Hayase at this point. Unless the Knockers are going to deal with Hayase. That's genuinely the only way I can see Hayase going down at this point is because of the Knockers. That's the only way I can see her dying at this point, because Fuji doesn't have the commitment or skill to do it. Tonari doesn't have the skill to do it, almost certainly. Well, if she can catch her off guard, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. And Fushi's now stuck in a well, which is something. And yeah, revealing that Tonari has like this natural resistance to the drug just kind of emphasizes what's unique about her and what unique thing that form could give to Fushi. really, that kind of sealed her deal, I think. And I imagine she's probably going to die, and he's going to be able to use that form in that way. But it's still a case of he's still knocked out for like 5 minutes. Tonari isn't just like immune, right? She's just naturally resistant. So even if Fushi does take that form and fight with it, and does get knocked out, it's still 5 minutes where he's knocked out. He would still lose, right? And is 5 minutes enough to necessarily capture? How do you capture Fushi if not willingly? Because he'll just go into any form that can escape it, right? Like, he's so wily, you can't kill him. What if you just kept injecting him over and over and over again with it? Would the resistance be able to overcome that? So that's what I'm kind of interested in. Because if just one injection doesn't work, how about multiple doses to really up it? Would that knock him out even more? I imagine it would, but eventually you'd run out of doses, right? I don't think this plant is something that naturally grows here on this island. So in theory, she only has a finite supply. In theory. Fushi has an infinite supply, obviously, because he can just recreate the foods that has it on it. And in theory, he might be able to recreate the exact one that goes into him, because that has caused stimulus and pain in him. In theory, he could also create those now. What if he just created like 50 of them and just jammed them all in her at once? How far would she be knocked out from? You can kill someone with too much of a drug like that, right? I think that's possible. Like, if the dosage is too high, it can kill someone. I think that's a genuine threat, because I feel like that's something that you have to be considerate of when, like, you're trying to tranquilize the dart like animals and stuff. You have to make sure the dosage is right. You don't want to knock them out for too long, because that could cause complications, right? I think that was a point that I've heard in nature shows at some point. But anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Summer 2021 alignment fighter on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.